global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. As we speak, the Rivers State House of Assembly, they are back. While we await the resumption of Fubara, of course, the state of emergency have been called off. Fubara has been reinstated along with other democratic arms of the government of Rivers State. Apparently, the Rivers legislative arm are in a hurry to set the ball rolling. Of course, at the background, you're hearing the shout, Mr. Speaker, but a lot of questions begging for answers. But meanwhile, let's give you the update as we move on very quickly. Rivers Assembly have decided to set legislative agenda for the third session for the emergency rule induced by the political impasse in the state in the recent past. The Rivers State House of Assembly on Thursday, as its first legislative sitting through a motion, set the legislative agenda for the remaining part of the third session of the 10th Assembly. Moving the motion on behalf of 8 co-sponsors, the leader of the House, Honorable Major Jack, averred that the House considered it imperative to set the agenda to reflect current realities. Contributing to the debate on the motion, members applauded the motion and expressed support for all the prayers therein. Commenting on the motion, the Speaker, Right Honorable Martins Chike Amaewhule, commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for restoring democratic institutions in the state, declaring that going forward, the House will work with the governor and abide by the terms of the peace parley and the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the interest of peace and good governance in the state. The House resolved to call on Governor Siminalayi Fubara to forward the list of commissioner nominees to the House for screening and confirmation in line with the Constitution and the terms of peace parley. The House further called on the governor to commence the process of coming up with an appropriation bill to cover the remaining part of the year to address current realities and ascertain what transpired in the last 6 months with regards to the award of contracts and expenditures from the state consolidated revenue fund. Of course, this is signed by Martins Amaewhule, the special assistant on the media to Speaker, Rivers State House of Assembly. Now, those were the words of the House members. Begging for concern is the 3 lawmakers that followed Fubara and that were the parallel guys. Remember, when they were reinstated, all of them have been reinstated back into these 27 lawmakers. But we're asking questions. I mean, if you watch the crowd of persons in the House right now as we speak, those 3 lawmakers, Okojumbo and the likes, are not amongst them. My colleague is in the House.
Well, I think, first of all, they all exist in as different entities, different arms of government, So whether executive have started or not, the legislature should, start. But, one of the things, talking about or responding to the question you ask on what will be the position of Okojumbo and the likes, I feel that if there is proper reconciliation,
that shouldn't be a problem.
That shouldn't be a problem. Their own is to out in the National Assembly between Natasha and the Senate President. We saw what took place. Most people call it the intimidation. Some say overreach of the office of the Senate President and all of that. So looking at what happened there, most of them will replay it in their individual houses of assembly.
Meaning they will replicate all that.
They'll replicate such, go in there, resume, and that will be it. Now, if that happens, the only place where we'll have a lot of issues is proper representation will not be there for their own people, because the speaker may deny them the opportunity to get certain things sorted out for their different constituency.
But the money is coming straight for
it doesn't matter
than to them.
Now we saw what played out in this, and that's a life lesson for most of the speakers. What played? If you are not in my good books, your constituency will feel it. I will make sure that you are only a member of all. You are a member of any subcommittee. you will never be a chairman, because what they try to do is, I think everybody should at one
Share
committee
one
or
thing,
yeah,
so at least we have round
exactly representation. But they are going to strip them. They won't. I'm talking about if they don't go back to their previous Bwahaha and all of that, because that will be to send the message home that we are in charge. But I find it very difficult that they would not want to totally get them out of the way. I find it difficult to believe that, because already we know that someone like Wike, there's no need to say allegedly control. We know that they are Wike boys. There's no need to begin to put water in the mouth and say this. Now, Wike, we know that he's a man that has some level of vengeance when it comes to things like that. He hates you betraying him. So certainly he would tell Amaewhule, who is his speaker, that those guys should not be part of that House of Assembly, that they should do everything within their power to make sure that they are out. And it boils down to them going back to certain things they had said in the past, which is, number one, the issue of them being absent for 180 days, which gives good reason why they should be. Not taking into consideration that as at that time there was factional issues, and all of that. So it bothers my heart. If that happened, then proper reconciliation, and that may bring up another issue. But at the same time, also, as at today when they held that meeting, I didn't see people the three guys. We know that is already out, yes, but the other two guys resigned. But the other three guys, I did not see them. So that points to one direction, that most of them wants Oga to come back. Sir, what is my place in your government? Because as of now, if they allow him to operate the way he should operate, there should be heads of different parastatals, maybe commissioners. Commissioner said, okay, stay off from going there because I know you're going to be victimized. I'm going to give you this. But unfortunately, commissioners and all of that will have to, even if Fubara have to bring out his own list, they will still enroute them. And when they enroute them through them, they will want to victimize them and give reasons why they should not be, part of. So you now see that the whole thing will still continue. And the more they don't respect themselves, talking about Amaewhule and the other guys, they don't respect themselves, because that shows a high level of respect. If you respect what had happened and just let it go. You understand? So these are the situations I will be on. But I really doubt it, because when they sit back and begin to reflect on how they were chopping money for the number of months that we did not work, these guys were just chopping money as speaker. That will cause a lot of. So I feel that before that humiliation will take place, that the likes of Okujumbo will resign. And then they come back to the governor and said, Governor, where is my place? If there is,
because you just said it all. Even if I said, okay, this is your place, I use my prerogative right to use this as your place, you still have to go through your former colleagues. And they exactly. Have good reasons not to allow you to pass through it. So is it now safe to say they will resign and possibly wait for 2027? Will there be wisdom for them to stay away from politics from now to
if they go and meet Oga and get to hear his position? Because Oga too needs to call these people that we don't want this drama that took place last time. Allow them to man these positions. They were meant to be here. They say they don't want to be there. If I have given all the slots that you guys have recommended to you, I want these people to be here. But that will be like kickstarting something else. Before you know, Wike will say, I own River State, deflate this office. Before we know, we are going to hear things that like impeachment again. So I'm still doubting if they will get anything out of this. That's just it.
All right, let's hope for the best, for the interest and the peace of Rivers people. They've endured quite a lot. I think they should quickly move